Hi guys, welcome back to Irene Tarot Card. I'm Ren or Irene. Hope everyone's had a great week. I've had a bit of a busy week. I completed this medium scale woods painting that I called Branches this week. It's another one for the future stall coming up. That's why it's not as large a piece as I would normally work on, which I think I'm going to do a few more of, as I mentioned last week. So as well as getting this done, I had some other things on that I'll include in this video, as well as a what's for dinner segment with another recipe. But to begin with, I started this painting with a very quick underlayer. The second and fourth layer had a lot more work to them. In general, I don't like to paint realism. I pride myself on sticking to my own style, which I call Renism because I'm Ren. When people suggest to me to paint realism, I'm quite stubborn, and I liken myself to Van Gogh in my absolute refusal to paint in a conventional way. I like to paint the way I feel I want to create. So I started this piece with a quick underpainting. I also had to edge the Middle Island commission, which was being picked up this week, so I started with that. So this commission piece is being picked up tonight. So I have to black out the edges in some acrylic and then sign the back. So the same day that I started this piece, Jay and I, my partner and I, went to a local botanical garden, which I actually haven't been to in years. We have a beautiful botanical garden in Geelong that's maintained really well. It's got a gorgeous little greenhouse, and I wanted some paintings of water lilies and some ferns, just close-ups for references to use in future paintings. I'm really wanting to do quite a large scale water lily painting at some point. I love water lilies, so I'll probably do that in a few weeks after I complete a few more smaller scale ones. But anyway, so we went to this botanical garden, got some footage while we were there, went out to lunch in town, had a nice Asian lunch. That was a nice day. I know, it smells so nice, doesn't it? Yeah, all the statues are from early 1900s. 1850. Look how nice with this bit of paint. There's my favourite bit. So you said there won't be any ferns. See? I know. Yeah. And there's plenty of them too.
Very fast.
Very fast.
It goes over 200.
200, wow.
Imagine going that hidden away.
Are they going to start them up? Oh, good. Then next on the painting I laid in all the background woods and a lot of foliage. There's like thousands of leaves in the background, which is mostly covered by the light, but it needs to be there just to sort of ground the piece. So this week we pulled out our wood fire pizza oven and just had some immediate family over. We had to stock up on some drinks, and then I got some footage of the night. Thankfully, now that my Crohn's is a lot better and my liver's functioning well again, I'm able to have drinks without any issues like I had a few weeks back. But yeah, it was a really nice night. Jay and I were gifted a beautiful but way too expensive bottle of whiskey by my brother-in-law. It's like $500. So the boys cracked that open and had a bit of a taste test. They think it's worth it. I think that's ridiculous for a bottle of whiskey. But anyway, we had some lovely pizzas, a nice night drinking cocktails and chatting. So yeah, that was a great night. So what do we need to get?
We are getting vodka.
Vodka.
Whiskey.
To add to that $500 bottle of whiskey that you will have today.
Yes.
And gin and cider. And we've got a cranberry for the cocktails. We've got the pineapple for the other cocktails.
A bag of ice.
A bag of ice. We've got soda, we've got lemonade. And we're set. Yep.
Very hot day.
Very hot day, 39 degrees. What one do you want? You don't want Jack? I don't know. Smirnoff.
We want Smirnoff. Where is the Smirnoff? Why do they not have... There it is. Recording. Successful restock up. Along with all the premix. I think we'll be just fine for alcohol. A cranberry cocktail?
No, thank you.
Okay. Be nice.
Alright, one please.
Alright.
I'll have a vodka lime soda for just in case I
This has vodka, lime and soda in it, Chuji. Ne édesen azt mondja.
Már hozzászoktattam én is.
Ja?
Igen, már náluk is mindig. Én mondtam, én kólával iszom meg, mert magából nem. És már ő is magának tudom mindig kólát hozzáviselni.
Nagyon jó.
I go to work every day with a headache.
I tell you, how many times? I said, you know what that? Oh, but I can't sleep. I said, you know what?
I can't sleep. I have one hour. Like,
Yeah.
I still go to
said,
work.
I'm
I have
how many
to.
times? Finish drink, fucking drunk and go for work. I go to sleep or nothing.
Alright, this one I'll put pepperoni, ham, little bit of chili. Yeah, I will. There's plenty of time.
Legyetek ti is édekkel. Láttuk, föl.
You're a paddler. From all the people I work with, Macedonians are the best, yeah?
Of course. The Malaysia's people, not talking about your mum, I'm talking about other Hungarians.
Yeah, but she's Hungarian. She was the best on the farm ever.
Japan is the leader.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
You really go to it.
Yeah, I don't know what that corn coal, but yeah, it's coming from the roundabout. It's probably
Very.
Very fancy.
10 or so houses on the
It's
road.
bad. It's bad, Mum.
Oh my God, it's fire.
Nem kóstolod?
Yeah. That cost a lot.
Can I sit?
No, maybe.
Fire.
Most már csak ilyet nézén sokat.
Oh, it's fire in your belly.
Minden édeket.
Tony too. Every time I do something.
Te is megkóstoltad? It's terrible.
Dad, try.
Wowza.
Yeah, it's
It's not often you drink fire at all.
Nagyon jó.
No, it isn't.
Come on, sit.
What is it?
Nem olyan, mint a többi.
Lamb.
Oh, I can't read.
It's not like other whiskies.
Nem olyan, mint a többi.
It doesn't.
So next on the painting, I laid in the foreground bushes. I had to wait for all that background foliage to dry so that I could actually add in all the light over the top of that. So in the meantime, even though I don't usually work front to back, I thought I'd lay in some bushes, which I'll later highlight, and then yeah, the rest of it has time to dry before I can work on it. So also this week I started my annual spring clean in the lead up to Passover or Easter. So basically about 15 years ago when my Crohn's got really bad and it was my first full open surgery that I had, I delved into spirituality quite a bit. I listened to audio classes, I read up on traditions and cultures and various things, and a Passover clean, ridding the house of leaven, is actually where the term spring clean came from. So I started doing that about 15 years ago. I'd pull the house apart once a year. I'd basically clean the back of everything and under everything, and it's, no one enjoys cleaning, I don't think. Well, at least I don't. But having it all done is just such a great feeling. So I still do that most most years I do a big clean. I didn't last year with some health things going on. Even though like every week I do the floors and bathrooms and all your general cleaning obviously, but yeah, the big spring clean where I'll clean walls and the backs of every cupboard and all that only sort of happens once a year. So I started that this week. Jazz helped out a little bit with that as well. Even though I've got a little bit more to do in the next week or so, it's a nice feeling to at least have that started. But even like the rungs of the chair, like it's so dusty. It's just stuff that doesn't get done every week. Go to hash brown. I guess I'm doing nails again tonight. So yeah, it's not much fun actually cleaning, and it's great to have a bit of help from Jazz. But yeah, with nearly dying so many times of Crohn's, I guess reaching for spirituality and things like that, you know, being close to death can have that effect on a person, and it really affected me quite a lot, and Crohn's still affects me to this day. And I'm not religious in any way, shape or form, but I do have some beliefs, some spiritual beliefs, and this is just something that I absolutely love to do every year, and I feel quite like the house has been cleansed and everything's just like fresh and new, even though over here it's autumn, not spring. So it's technically an autumn clean, not a spring clean for us, because in Europe and the Middle East, obviously it's spring this time of year. But yeah, so then I worked a lot more on this painting also, quite a big day of painting, laying in all the foreground light and then highlighting some of the background leafage, and then laying in the foreground branches and the various greens that went on that. So I just had a massive lunch, big plate of dumplings, which was delicious, but now it's so hard to get motivated to paint. Little Cinnamon is making noise in the background, so ignore her. But I haven't been listening to the 500 list lately, so I'm going to start listening to that again this week. I'm up to the White Stripes Elephant, so we'll see what that album's like, and we will get this layer done this afternoon so that I can finish this painting up tomorrow. And yeah, I've got coffee, so let's get to work. So in this week's vlog, I thought I'd include some Mexi-Parmies, Mexicana Parmesanas. In Australia, Parmies are huge. Everyone orders Parmies all the time, but having a plain, boring Parmy, it's not very exciting for me. So I don't really eat normal Parmies, which are just basically a chicken schnitzel or veal schnitzel, Napolitana sauce, ham, and then cheese on top. But I do make variations on Parmies, and this week's was a Mexican version. So I just make like a basic Mexican salsa. You make it as hot as you like. You top your schnitzel with it, some cheese. I made some wedges to go on the side, a nice green avocado salad. Deliciousness. So for the chicken Mexicana, you'll obviously need chicken. You can buy pre-crumbed schnitzels if you like. I like to do my own. One big breast I turn into 2 schnitzels. Flour, egg wash that's well seasoned, breadcrumbs. For the potato wedges, you'll just need some seasonings, a few potatoes that have been washed, some salt, pepper, some canola spray for underneath the potatoes and on top of the potatoes. The Mexicana sauce, you can use fresh tomatoes, but I'm just using diced today. You'll need to saute your onion, add in some garlic, some chilies, some capsicum, and then your tomatoes, and just cook it down for a while. It's as simple as that. And to do a green salad, so obviously some greens, some avocado, which goes great with Mexicana, anything Mexican, some green capsicum, some lime and sugar for the dressing, and just some red onion just to add flavour with some extra virgin olive oil. Potatoes. So I've just sprayed it in a little bit of oil, put whatever seasonings you like on it. Today I'm just doing steak spice and garlic powder, lots of salt, a little bit of cracked pepper into the oven. So you want to saute your onions a little bit until they just start to go golden. Add in some cayenne chili, some bird's eye chili for some spice, some garlic and some capsicums, and we want to cook that down for 2-3 minutes until it all softens up, and then we'll add in our tomatoes. And then we'll add in our tomatoes and our seasoning and just a little bit of water in the can, just so that everything can cook together and all the water will evaporate off, and then you'll have a lovely thick sauce. So for the salad, we want a little bit of sugar, and we're going to put the lime juice in there and then chop our ingredients, whatever you like in your salad. Just put the olive oil, lime, bit of sugar, salt, pepper in the bowl. I'm going to add some green capsicum, some avocado, and I'm not going to add in the leafy greens because obviously it'll wilt. So I just put that on plates ready to go, and then I'll serve the avocado salsa on top when we're ready to eat. Can now go in the fridge. That's ready to serve. Schnitzel into some hot oil to shallow fry. You'll want to taste. Perfect. The schnitzels are golden. Place them on tray. Top with a generous amount of the Mexicana sauce. Then add some cheese. And it goes with the potatoes. And I like to garnish with some sour cream and coriander on mine because I love coriander. And enjoy. Yes, dinner's coming, kitty cats. I hope the Mexicana sauce won't be too hot for you. I didn't make it very hot. Then lastly this morning I added a little bit of highlighting to the edges of leaves, the edges of bushes, just to sort of bring the painting alive a little bit more, and that was it really. It didn't need a lot more work done to it, thankfully. And that's my week this week, guys. So next week I've got a garden show I'm attending. I've got a girlfriend's birthday party. I've got to deliver one of the commissions, the recent commissions that I did to a friend of mine at a gathering at her place. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be painting yet. I really do want to do a large scale one that I've had in mind for a couple of weeks, but I really need to work towards this stall if I want to have a few medium to sort of smaller scale pieces to actually display at the stall, because I can't like have huge pieces with me. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. As per usual, I'll decide on the fly and and just paint whatever I feel like painting. But anyway, I hope everyone has a great weekend and a great week. Thank you so much for joining me and watching this video, and I hope you will join me again next time. Have a great week, guys. Thank you. See you.